One of my favorite traditions that was created over that day was, every time a fan would come up and give me a bracelet, I would put the bracelet on. And it started like, one bracelet, and then all of a sudden these bracelets had stacked up and my entire forearm was covered in bracelets. On top of that, I had started to ask fans to write the number of hours we were on. So as time would go by, and somebody would say, okay, hour 3 is over, all right, time for hour 4, I would have a fan, whoever was right there at that moment, take a Sharpie and write 3.
I am a hot mess from this point down.
I think we're all holding up fine. I'd like to think Taylor, she always holds up better than all of us, and she does twice as much as the rest of us.
She hadn't taken any breaks whatsoever. She hadn't sat down since she got here and started signing at 8 o'clock this morning.
I didn't take any breaks throughout the day. The only break I took was to go grab my guitar so that I could do the performance. I didn't sit down, and I was wearing semi-painful heels. The fans weren't sitting down, so, why should I?
How am I holding up? My legs are gonna fall off, but it's funny because the fans they just keep you going.
The thing that kept my energy up throughout the entire day was the fans. Every single time I turned around, there was some new, beautiful emotion being shown to me, and I appreciated it so much. I'm never gonna forget those stories and the expressions on people's faces.
We're gonna be Taylor Swift, we're gonna make as many videos as possible. You're so hardcore.
It's going really well. There was a lot of anxiety and kind of nervousness about how many people would show up. Would we have just tens of thousands that we couldn't handle? Would there be nobody? We didn't know what to expect.
This place, I keep thinking that it's full, and then I look out 15 minutes later and it's more full.
When we were in hour 12 and there were still so many people in line, I knew that it was going to take longer than 13 hours.
Taylor's original plan, or our plan, was to have a 13-hour meet and greet. If you took all of that into account, we would be done about 9 o'clock tonight. That's 13 hours. If you look over there, you will see there are a lot of people in an hour and a half. Cool thing about her again is she said, I'm staying, we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna go till the last fan has met me.
She's gonna sign to the last people who got wristbands are gonna.
We have a
That's how
reward
she
out.
is.
We have a reward out for the person that gave them two more wristbands out than they were supposed to give out.
Yeah, if anybody knows who that person is, you come tell us.
I'll give them a guitar pick.
You guys are the last group to go see Taylor Swift. How excited are you guys?
At the end of the 13-hour meet and greet that ended up being 14 and a half hours, actually,
This is the end of the line right here, and did we have fun?
We had a great time.
I had fun.
Thank you so much, Yvonne.
we were all standing there, and it was me and a bunch of really, really loyal fans who helped to run the websites, and they all have their own sites, and they've just been really wonderful, and I trust them a great deal. And we had an epic dance party at the end of the 14 and a half hour meet and greet. I'm never gonna forget that, because you'd think we'd just collapse and sit down, but we danced. When I actually left and I was sitting in the car on the way home, that's when I started to feel it. In my legs, in my calves, in my feet, and my feet started hurting so bad on the way home that it was like, I think my adrenaline was rushing so much throughout the 14 and a half hour meet and greet, I didn't realize that it was painful. It's painful to stand up that long. But it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. The 13-hour meet and greet came off better than I could have even imagined. We're never gonna forget that, the fans and I. It was something that bonded us and brought us together, and it was such a wonderful day. And looking back on it, and especially having footage of it, is something that's really special to me, because I always want to remember it.